Hey everyone, welcome to You Need Abs. I hope you're ready to get started today. We are going to do a little bit of a standing warm-up, but as you start to get your space ready, make sure you go to Spotify, check out the Labs account. We do have an awesome playlist to get you warmed up and waked up today for getting your abs to go. Now, just a reminder, your abs are so much more than a six-pack. So we're going to be working your whole torso from your shoulders all the way down to your hips so that we can help you provide force and produce force throughout your body more efficiently. So let's go ahead and get started. If you have your playlist on, you can go ahead and press play. We're going to put your hands on the back of your hips right here. And I want you to start with a standing cat-cow type movement. So you're going to inhale and think about arching back, pulling your chest up, and exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. We're going to do this again on the ground, but this is a great way to slowly start to warm up, especially if this is something that you're doing first thing in the morning. You're going to slowly tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, and inhale, lift the chest. Let's do that one more time. Tuck everything down, pull the belly button in, and then slowly stand all the way back up. All right, time to get those shoulders warmed up. So let's let the arms relax. You're going to start pulling the shoulders down and back as you lift up, back to center. Then you're going to do a shoulder T, back to center, and then a shoulder W, and back to center. As you're doing this, I want you to think about leading with the thumbs. Every time you come back to center, then turn your thumb so that you can lead in that direction, and then turn the thumbs back, pinch those shoulder blades back. You got it. Let's do one more round, warming up that shoulder girdle. This is going to help keep your posture nice and strong all day long. W's. Good. Shake it out. All right. Next, we're going to do our 3-level twist. So I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart, slight bend in the knee. You're going to start by just twisting through the upper torso. So think about engaging the core. Try not to move the hips or the feet. You're just twisting from your thoracic spine. See how far you can twist. Now we're going to slowly increase the range of motion by adding the hips into it. Notice how you can twist a little bit further once you get more of the body engaged. And now we'll start to show how you can transfer force all the way from the ground through your core, all the way up by starting to pivot your toes. Now notice how much further you can twist. You can straighten the arms out and just kind of let this flow nice and easy as we start engaging the core, pulling the belly button in, and just twisting through. We're going to work the core in all different ranges of motions. Get ready. And 3, and 2, and 1. Shake it out. Hands on the hips. Try to find those hip bones. See if you can keep the hip bones stable as you bring your right knee out as high as you can towards your armpit. Rotate forward and step forward. Notice how I'm not crunching through the side here. I'm really trying to just use my hip joint. So try to find those hip bones, your pelvic girdle here. Keep that nice and stable. See if you can rotate your hip as far as you can. Out and forward. One more time on this side. And now we're going to switch direction. Bring the knee up and rotate. Keep the core engaged the whole time. I always say, imagine if you're about to get punched in the stomach and you want to brace your core. So that's what you should be feeling this whole time. You should still be able to breathe. You're not holding in or exhaling and squeezing really hard, still trying to breathe normally. One more on this side, shake it out. Last one, we're going to bring the legs out wide, wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to start lunging to the right, lateral lunge, and then take your opposite hand and see if you can touch your toe. Slowly start to twist back up and lunge to the other side. So again, we're taking this slow and controlled, but we're starting to twist through the torso and lunge through the hips. So again, notice how force is being generated from the ground all the way up to twist through the core. Keep that belly button in. We have one more on this side. Shake it out. All right. Short 25-minute workout today, so let's get right into it. We're going to lay flat on the backs, and I want you to start thinking about your pelvic tilt here. So you're going to tuck your tailbone, push your back flat into the ground, and then arch your back away from the ground. Tuck the tailbone, press it down, and then arch your back away. So right here, we're really trying to get control of the pelvic girdle. This is a great way to help engage your entire core. We got a lot of muscles in here, so it's not just about the six-pack. but we want to make sure we have a strong core to maintain posture and just help protect our movements throughout the day. We're almost there. Keep thinking about this pelvic tilt. It can be helpful, again, to keep your hands on your hips to help identify how your hips are moving here from anterior pelvic tilt to posterior pelvic tilt. Nice job. We're going to go ahead and flip over to all fours now. So now we're going to engage the rest of our limbs. Press your hands firmly into the ground, hands and knees on the ground. You're going to inhale as you lengthen, kick the opposite arm, opposite leg out, elbow to knee, lengthen, and then back down. So we have 3 breaths on each side. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, elbow to knee, inhale to lengthen, and back down. Nice and controlled. You want to imagine you have a nice glass of whatever you prefer to drink on your back right here. And you don't want to spill it. So try to keep your core engaged, squeezing the elbow to knee, reaching out nice and long. And we have 1 more on each side. We're almost there. After this, I want you to start thinking about transitioning back onto your back. All right? And release. Good. All the way back onto the back. We're doing a variation of V-ups. I'll show you the whole thing, and then I'll give you modifications. First, you're going to do a full V-up, and then opposite V-up, alternating right and left. And then leave the lower body on the ground and reach for your toes. All right, so that's the full one. There's 1, and then right, and then left, and then no legs. 4 each time. If that's too much for you, keep your feet on the ground. So you can tap your feet down, you can tap your knee. And then when you get here, you can do just a little crunch if you can't sit all the way up. That's fine. Eventually, the more you do this, the more you'll be able to engage your core and get yourself all the way up. So start with a V-up. And then you're alternating opposite hand, opposite toe. And then you're sitting all the way up without the legs. 1 more like that. Nice V-up. Alternate, alternate, and then full sit-up. See how far you can go. Engage the core. Now you're all the way back down. We have suitcase sit-ups next. A little bit different. When we go through the second set of this, we're going to go into the hollow body hold. So what I want you to do first is reach your arms and legs up, and you're going to bring your arms up and over your knees. Kick all the way back out. If you're starting to feel tension in your neck, you can always just let your head fall into your hands and let the lower body keep moving. Still see if you can keep your shoulder girdle, your upper back, off the ground. And if you can even try to do a full sit-up by coming all the way up and out. All the way up and out. Pay attention to your core here. Make sure you're lifting with the chest. Use the modifications that you need so that you're not putting any undue strain on your back. Last one, all the way up. You're almost there. All the way back down. Now we're going into a nice side plank. Let's start on the right elbow. Right elbow on the ground. You're going to lift your obliques, lift your lats away from the elbow as you reach and twist. Reach and twist. Think about trying to keep your shoulders, hips, and knees all in a straight line. So if you need to, bend the knees, bring your feet back behind you. Use this as a modification. You're twisting and reaching. Twist and reach. That's it. We're using our entire core here. Think about your lats, your shoulders stabilizing on the ground. We're staying here for the full 45 seconds, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if you feel like you have a little bit more steam left in you, go ahead and straighten those legs out. You can even try hovering the leg over if you would like to. We have 1 more twist and reach and relax. Let's go ahead and get set up on that other side. Here we go. You need abs. We need a strong core. Back on that side, elbow down. Think about lifting up the side obliques. You're going to lift into the side plank and twist. Think about reaching and twisting. Pull the belly button in. Think about those obliques. You shouldn't be sinking down into the shoulder, so try to think about imagining your forearm is pushing yourself away from the mat. And then just take a quick glance down and make sure your elbow is directly underneath your shoulder. See if you need to make any adjustments there. And then same thing, if you feel any pain or you feel like you're starting to slag in your form, then go ahead and bend your knees. And you can still do the reach and the twist from a kneeling side plank. We're almost there. Let's get one more big twist. Squeeze the core, back up, and relax. For this next one, you can grab a weight if you like. You can grab a dumbbell. You can grab a weighted plate, a kettlebell, whatever it is that you have, even a water bottle, or you can do this without weight. We're going into a Russian twist. Level 1 is keeping your heels on the ground. Lean back just slightly and see how far you can twist side to side. And again, you don't need the weight at all, so decide if you want to do that. Then, level 2, see if you can lift your feet off. And if you don't have a weight, you're just tapping side to side. Okay, so like I said, you can do this with really anything in your hand. Grab a dumbbell and tap. Think about twisting through the core, zipping your legs up together, and tap. You got it. Here we go. We're almost there. We're going to lay all the way flat on our backs after this. Get ready for that quick little rest. And go ahead and relax. Great. Legs are straight. Let's slowly unwind all the way back. Keep the legs nice and active. Toes pointing up. You're going to reach overhead. Big exhale. Pull the belly button in. Reach up for your toes. And then slowly roll back down one vertebrae at a time. Big exhale up. See how far you can reach each time. Slowly roll back down. We're working on a little bit of flexibility here too. So we're slowly controlling the movement with the breath. Exhale, roll up, reach. Inhale, control one vertebrae at a time, all the way back down. Keep it up. Here we go. You got this. Big sit up and then slowly control all the way back down. We're almost there. Here we go. Strong core, strong legs, all the way back down. And then we're going to slowly flip over onto our stomachs. All right, it's time to work the back. We're going to do some back extensions. So for the first level, everybody's going to lay flat on their stomach with the hands right in front of the shoulders. Legs are going to zip up together, squeeze, point your toes, and keep the lower body pushing into the ground. So the glutes are squeezing, and you're slowly just going to lift up the chest and slowly back down. Keep squeezing the core. Big inhale to lift. Exhale to slowly come back down. Big inhale and exhale. Keep thinking about pulling your shoulder blades down and back. And if you'd like to go to the next level, see if you can bring your hands up with you. When you bring your hands up, you should really feel yourself squeezing the shoulder blades back behind you, creating that tension, squeezing those glutes. Keep those legs zipped up, pointing those toes, nice and strong. We're almost there. Last one here. Now plant the hands, dig the toes into the ground. See if you can push yourself up right into a high plank, all the way up. If you need to drop to your knees to do so, that's okay. Once you're there, we're holding, so get comfortable. All right, let's do a quick alignment check. So let's make sure your hands are pressing into the ground evenly, and they're right underneath your shoulders. If you have a mirror near you, that would be great, so you can check it out. Next, make sure the insides of your elbows are facing forward. So notice how you're squeezing and externally rotating your shoulders, and then pinching your shoulders down and back, like you're pushing yourself away from the ground, but also engaging the shoulder girdle at the same time. Now pull your belly button in. Start moving your mind through your body. Push through the heels. Start to even out your body weight from your toes and your hands. So your whole body is working here together. And then knees down, child's pose. Look at that, a 45-second plank. And it felt like we were just starting because we were just talking through it all. So good job. We're going to go back onto our backs. And you're going to lay flat. Instead of the pelvic tilt this time, we're going to do more of a hollow body hold. So this time I want you to tuck the belly button in and try to push the back down into the ground and see if you can hold it there. Almost like a reverse plank type idea, kind of. And then you're going to see if you can straighten one leg out at a time And maybe you just stay here alternating legs, still keeping your back pushing down into the ground. Next, you can try hovering the legs. Notice if it starts to pull your back away from the ground, then maybe you bend your knees and slowly start to increase the distance that your legs go away from your body. All right, so see if you can hold it. Last few seconds. Keep pushing that belly button down and relax. Nice job, you did it. We're back to those alternating bird dogs or quadruped opposites, whatever you prefer. So let's go back into all fours. Hands on the ground. I'm going to show you a new variation this time if you'd like, or you can do what we did last time. You're going to inhale to reach, exhale, bend the elbow and knee to the side, inhale to reach, exhale, back down, inhale to reach, exhale, bend the elbow and knee, inhale to reach, exhale, back down. So this is just going to change the way that your core has to balance your center of gravity, and you're also working your hip and your shoulder muscles in a different way than straight flexion and extension. So start coming out to the side. Beautiful. We're almost there. Still keep thinking about that glass of your favorite drink sitting on your back. Try not to spill it. Let's even it out on this last side. All the way back, down. We're going back onto our backs for our V-up progression. So remember, there's 4 steps. You can come all the way up to your toes, alternate to the right, alternate to the left, and then leave the lower body on the ground. So there's 4 steps per movement. Keep that in mind. It's a good way to keep the brain engaged. So you have to keep thinking, where am I next? Remember, you can always leave your legs on the ground, and you can always bring one hand behind the head to help support as you crunch. So you can even just think about a little crunch and still keep working on that core. If you're feeling okay, we only have 15 seconds left. So see if you can keep going. See how far you can push yourself. All the way back up. We're almost there. Here we go. Last V up. Last alternating. That's it. And sit all the way up. We're going into those sit-ups or suitcase sit-ups if you are familiar with that. So now you're going to reach all the way back overhead. Remember the variations. You can just bring your knees in and reach overhead, or you can sit all the way up and all the way overhead. So think about this. We've basically been working the core for like almost 20 minutes now. So if you need a break, take a break. You can always stay at the top, hug your knees into your chest. You can always rock back and hug your knees into your chest. Listen to yourself so that you can help yourself come back and build yourself even stronger. So use what you need. Let's see if we can keep pushing through. We have 15 seconds left of these. You can do anything for 15 seconds. So go ahead and push yourself. Work these suitcase sit-ups. That's it. Here we go. We're almost there. We have side planks. After this, let's go ahead and start on the left side. Opposite side that we started with last time. Left elbow on the ground. Stack your feet up together. Squeeze them nice and strong. You're going to lift the side plank up and reach and rotate. Reach and rotate. Here we go. We're working it. Keep it up. Keep thinking about squeezing your glutes forward and pulling your belly button in. You're rotating through the obliques here. You got it. Remember what I said at the beginning. Imagine you're bracing your core like you're about to get punched. Get ready for that. Engage the core. We're almost there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. That's it. Here we go. Stay with me. Last 5. Last 3. Last 1. Let's go ahead and switch sides. We're going all the way over to the right elbow. Get that right forearm down on the ground. Remember, push yourself away from the ground using that forearm. Legs are nice and strong. You're going to lift the hips, squeeze the obliques, and reach up tall. Now rotate. Reach and rotate. You got it. Check when you're in this straight alignment here, reaching, that your arm, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, everything is in a straight line. So you can really use these obliques to lift you up. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Another common thing is sometimes people start tilting backward. So find that pelvic girdle again. Make sure your hips are nice and stable. Twist and reach. We're almost there. Keep it up. Last 5 and 4 and 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. We're going into our Russian twist. So squeeze the shoulders down and back, lift the chest. Remember, you can do this with weights or without. You can keep your heels down on the ground as you start twisting, or you can zip your legs up and hover them over the ground. Think about even interlocking your hands together, and your hands can become a weight. So you're imagining as if you're creating your own tension. You're creating your own resistance. You got it. We're almost there. We have 2 more exercises after this, and we're going to end with another plank and some stretching. Much needed stretching. We're almost there. Here we go. That's it. Last 10 seconds. Hang in there with me. Keep twisting through the torso. Pull those shoulder blades back. You got it. We have straight leg sit-ups next. And relax. Let's slowly unwind all the way. Legs are strong, toes pointing up. Exhale, tuck the belly button in. Reach as far as you can. And then inhale, slowly lower down. Controlling that movement. Big exhale, sit all the way up. Reach. And slowly start to unwind. We're almost there. Keep it up. Big reach. And slowly lower. Let's get one more like that all the way up. Take your time to slowly unwind all the way up overhead. Let's go ahead and flip over into our back extensions. Same idea here, but we'll increase the intensity if you need to. So next, you're laying on your belly. You can start where we were before by keeping your hands on the ground, or you can lift your hands up off the ground. And if you're ready this time, you can even lift your lower body off the ground. See what feels most comfortable for you right now. And you want to think about inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to lower. Inhale, see if you can really lengthen rather than crunching back. You're trying to find that length and slowly lower. All right, we're almost there. 3 and 2 and 1. Now let's try to push up into a plank. Press those hands into the ground, dig those toes down, lift up, hold that plank. Shorter this time. Now that you have that form, do your own body scan. Check your body all the way through your joints. Take a big deep breath in, big deep breath out. And on your next exhale, drop your knees down, untuck your toes, push your hips back to child's pose. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Great job today. Let's go ahead and stretch the core forward. Big inhale, reach the hips down, lift the chest into cobra. You should feel a nice stretch through the whole front of your torso. Maybe turn and look over one shoulder and then the other, taking your time to cool down here. Big deep breath in. Maybe try tucking the chin, stretching out the neck. And then tuck your toes under, push your hips up into downward dog. Take a moment here to just stretch it out. It might feel good to bend one knee and then the other. And then if you bring your feet and your hands a little bit wider than your normal downward dog, see if you can reach back for your opposite leg and just feel a stretch through the core, through the side hip. And then when you're ready, let's bring the hands and toes back together. See if you can just slowly march your way up to the top of the mat. Fold it forward. Tuck your chin. Slowly start to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders back. Lift the head. Let's take a big inhale together. Grab one of your wrists and let's stretch it over to the side. Think about evenly pushing your feet into the ground and opening your chest up so you stretch through the whole side body. Inhale all the way back up. Let's stretch out to the other side. Great work today. We're going to keep working the entire core. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so already so that you can get all the updates you need and stay up to date with our new videos coming out. Lift the chest, interlock the hands over the back, and just slowly fold forward for one last stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale it all out. And slowly start to lift up with a big inhale. Lift the chest and shake it out. This is a great workout to do if you're tight on time, or you can even add it to a cardio day if you're going for a walk, a run, a bike, anything like that. All right, and then we always have to end with my parents' post-workout handshake that they taught me. You do a power, peace, out.